episode of the Real Chat Podcast with myself, Justin Jackson.
And Michael Thomas.
Yes, sir. We talking about baggage.
We talking about baggage today?
Weights on your shoulder.
Okay.
Shoulder boulders.
Things holding us back.
The things that keep you down and you know, you want to move forward, but sometimes there's always things that are outside of our control that kind of minimize that.
Sure.
And we sometimes feel defeated.
Yeah.
You know, and want to let y'all know, don't feel defeated.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah.
That's right. You can't be defeated by the things that you think are holding you back.
Right.
I mean,
what we got to do then?
I mean, hey, right now, you got to figure out the plan.
To get past.
And you got to navigate it.
And keep on
you know
going.
What I mean? You got to keep it moving, you know? I mean,
okay.
Right now, I got some things, you know, that's going on as far as, you know, I had to write some letters and send some letters out, you know, and I think you was one of the people I reached out to for a little bit of advice on that. Okay. You know, should I send this letter or should I wait and maybe follow a different direction? You know, and honestly, like the advice that I had got from you was something that the other person I reached out to said the exact same thing.
Okay.
You know, it was like, you know, along the lines of, hey, you know, they talked to a lawyer, you know what I mean? And I reached out to a lawyer. The lawyer was like, yeah, like, I think that would be the first plan of action.
Yeah.
You know, but that right there was something that at first I felt defeated.
Okay.
Oh, this just ain't going to happen.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen in my time, the time that I want it to happen.
Okay.
You know, and after moving through that, you know, we gonna see what happens.
You was ready to, after you might have felt defeated at first, but after that, you was ready to fight again.
Ready.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? Put my typing hands on. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I text to type, but you know, talk to text.
Okay.
You know, but I mean, however you
get the job done.
I got the letter written.
There it is.
That's right.
Now it's going to be mailed out.
That's right.
You're going to get the envelope and the stamp.
It's in the mailbox.
Oh, it's already in the mailbox. That's what I'm talking about.
Mailbox. You know, we waiting on Monday to roll around so I can kind of see a little bit of what them results are.
Yeah.
And we're going to go from there.
Okay.
But you know, tell me a little something about something that might have happened, you know, that you know, feel a weight on your shoulder.
Oh man, well you know I've had obstacles come my way many a times in a variety of different ways, and man, the easy thing to do is just to give up, and to feel sorry for yourself and be down. You know what I mean? But the greatest and most rewarding thing you could possibly do is rise to the occasion. Honestly, like I think that I do my best in the clutch. You know what I'm saying? Like I do my best work when the going gets tough, the tough get going. You know what I'm saying? In the final hour, I rise to the occasion.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Tell me I can't do it, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
You tell you it can't be done, we gonna make it.
Look at
happen.
me now.
You know what I mean?
You know
exactly.
what I mean?
We gonna make it work.
For sure.
You know, so
yeah, no, but I've gone through that many different times. You know what I mean? And I've had to keep on fighting until I got to see my just due or my justice, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like for instance, back in the day when I was younger, you know, I used to be a convicted felon, robbery with the use of force.
I never knew that.
I robbed a gas station when I was 19 years old, and I was trying to apply for jobs, and because I had this felony, I couldn't get certain positions. That's what the job would tell me anyways. They just didn't want to give it to me. I think it would. And so one day I got tired of people using that as an excuse to hold me back. And so I went and got a lawyer, and I went back in front of the judge that convicted me of that robbery of use of force, and I got that felony expunged on my record. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And so I could have been intimidated, but no. And I wasn't even supposed to do it. Like, you're supposed to wait 7 years till you're off probation. I had only been off probation for like a year and a half. You know what I'm saying? There was just some loopholes and some circumstances that allowed me to be able to go back
using that law lingo.
Right, yeah, you know what I mean?
The
law worked for me in this particular instance, and multiple times it did not work for me.
And that's the thing. And sometimes we feel defeated by that because it don't work, because it becomes a repetitive pattern.
You can get loaded up.
And it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Why am I going to try? What's the point? Well, I mean, one thing I tell everybody I ever encounter, you know, don't never have to go to trial, but you know, when you got to go to trial and you got a good case in front of you,
take it to trial.
Take it to trial. You know what I'm saying? No, fight
so you
it.
said, well, don't go to trial.
You have to fight me all the way.
Yeah.
Like, you gonna have to definitely prove me guilty.
So you want them to go to trial?
Yeah, all the time.
All the way.
All the time. And a lot of time they don't want to go to trial because it costs so much money.
Okay.
It costs them money.
Yeah.
Filing fees and paper pushing. You know what I'm saying? So it costs a lot of money, man. Like, so I do public speaking with a district attorney. You know, I had the opportunity to get to know the individual very well.
Okay.
And one thing that he teaches, you know, when he's teaching these young high school kids that want to go into law, is how expensive it is to go to trial.
Yeah.
How many thousands and thousands of dollars that it costs to do that. So
Right.
when you look at the percentage rate of how many people actually go to trial, it's less than 2%.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Uh-huh.
As many cases as you see come across Wisconsin, Chicago, anywhere else, you know what I mean? All these cases, less than 2% go to trial.
Yeah.
You know, and that's because of how much it costs and how many people give up. You know, and I'm not saying everybody out there is innocent. You know what I mean? All I'm saying is that if you feel that you're being treated unfairly, fight for it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Rise to the occasion.
Yeah.
Jump up, step up, put a plan together, figure out the right resources, reach out to the right people.
There you go.
You know, I mean, I reached out to you. I was like, yo, I got this dope letter, man. I'm gonna write. You know, and you was like, yo, before you write that letter and send it off, you might want to consider this. You know, so I mean, you gave me those different options.
Sure.
To consider.
Right. No doubt about it. Well, you know, when you've had some type of a setback or a challenge come your way, you might want to look at different avenues and ways to escape or overcome. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like, sure, I could take the difficult route, which is plowing straight through the brick wall, or I could take an easier route by climbing over it or going around it, or having somebody come alongside me and lift me up and help me get elevated above it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know what I mean? So sometimes you gotta consider all the different avenues and tactics you need to implement to be able to be successful.
Right, and that's it, exactly. You got to have those building blocks to be able to become successful, and that's part of it. You know, certain things that you may be held back from doing to make your success go to the next level, are small things that you just need to take care of.
Sure.
You know, so instead of just saying I can't do it this way, maybe I'm not going to finish school in this area. Excuse me, because I'm never going to be able to do it anyways. Start picking it apart and look at why you can't do it. You know what I mean? So if there's a reason why you can't do it, what can you do to fix that?
Yeah.
You know, you got to start dissecting it, break it all the way down, you know, and move on from there.
Right. Sometimes it's just a small thing at a time. You know what I mean? Something simple like instead, okay, you got a ton of dishes to wash. Well, you ain't got to wash all the dishes in one sitting. Just wash a little dish here and there. Then come back like an hour or two later, and now you washing another little couple of dishes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And try to wash it off. No, what I'm saying, like, it's the same thing with other challenges in life. Like, okay, you want to start your own business, right? But you got to get this license, and then you got to do this, and then you got to do this.
Got to get a grant. Got to have capital. Be able to pay employees.
Right.
You might not even be able to get employees because you don't know how to get employees. So who do you talk to?
So sometimes it's just taking those little steps, you know what I mean, and knocking out mini goals one by one, and through that it accomplishes the larger goal in mind. You know what I mean?
Right. Baby steps.
Right.
Baby steps. You know what? When you put all these plans together for one bigger plan, it'll work out.
Right.
I guarantee it'll work out. You know, if you got to look at the financial area first, as far as your success goes, start breaking that down.
That money.
You know what I mean? Got to get that money. You know what I'm saying? And once you start working that out, once you start working out that money, I'm laughing at producer Corey. You know what I'm saying?
Corey in the building.
Corey in the building.
Corey get excited when anybody say "Manya," he get excited.
Drop one of them bombs,
For real, he get a twinkle in his eye.
You start breaking it down, you know, like my man said, you know, you do one dish at a time, and I like that analogy, man. You know what I mean? At first, I didn't know where you was going.
Who like to wash the dishes? Not me. All right, that's my wife.
Get the dishpan.
I like to do no chores.
You know,
but if I don't do it, well, you know, I'm married to a Mexican. It get dangerous.
The rest of the chores ain't gonna happen.
It get dangerous in the house. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah,
sometimes you got to compromise. I'm about to go off subject now. I'm about to really get to talk. No.
We're talking about compromising, you know. But no,
Sometimes you got to do a little something over here
to get something
to get what you want over there. All right, I'm willing to wash the dishes.
That's right.
If that means that I can
get the back wash.
Wash mama. No,
that's right. That's right. Hey,
I just keep it clean.
You gotta work your way up, man. You gotta work the steps.
Work the steps.
Corey know about that.
Sometimes you got to sacrifice.
You know, it ain't like so. Corey, man, like we got you. We always got you here with us, man. You know, so I definitely want to say you can add content to this or context to this by the steps. You know what I'm saying?
Tell them, Corey.
Right now, I'm working the steps. Be like, yo, I'm on 18. You know what I mean? And you ain't even worked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yet.
Yeah, and see, for me, like we're working the steps as far as recovery, it's never in the row 1 through 12. You know what I mean? It depends on how your life
is. Your life is.
Yeah, you might have to start the steps in the middle. You may have to make amends to everyone before you can even, you know what I mean?
Get started with even talking to somebody.
Yeah, you gotta be right.
Your foot in the door.
Yeah, because you done made bad blood with everybody.
Correct. You burnt them bridges. Yeah. You know, you burn them bridges. That's a big thing. You burn these bridges out here.
What happened when you burn them bridges?
It's hard, you know, to get back on track.
Bombs.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not over Baghdad.
No,
okay.
So right here, you know, right here in the studio.
All right.
But no, man, that's a big thing, man. And I really, you know, want to shout you out for that, man, because that's a big thing. When you're taking these steps, it don't happen overnight, and it don't happen in order, like you said.
Yeah.
You know, and that's how it works when you're trying to reach success. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen in order. You know.
Well, I got a little successful little tidbit for y'all today.
Tell us about it.
I am celebrating 18 months.
Man, let's go.
Okay,
sober.
18 months
Clean and sober.
Go ahead, baby.
Hey,
I just want to share that with my brothers. You know?
Get it.
Man, proud of you, brother. Proud of you, definitely, man. You know what I'm saying? We love that, and we glad that we get to share that with the community. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Because that's encouragement, and it's showing the community that, yo, it's possible.
It can be done.
It can be done.
If he can do it, you can do it too.
That's right.
You can do it better.
Drop one of them bombs.
Come on.
That's right. Nah, man, that's big. That's big, you know, and taking these steps is what's gonna get us to the next level.
Was there some potential setbacks in your road to recovery that made you possibly second guess if you could even do it or not?
Yeah, and you know what that was? Family.
Family?
Oh, yeah.
And temptation or what?
Well, because you know, my family may still drink or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And just being around people who drink, or you can tell if they smoking weed, if they high, or you can tell. So just not even for like the first couple months, not even want to be around anybody that's still getting high.
And that's hard because the first thing you want to do when you're trying to make those amends, is be around family.
Yeah.
You wanna fix.
But then when everybody toe up, they trying to talk to you, and you just like, man.
Hey, Corey, I like what you did over there, boy.
I be like, what you say? What? I can't wait. One more time.
Let's go.
Yeah. So you know, what I mean, for me, it was just trying to be around the right people. Like coming to church faithfully all the time. Make sure I'm involved in this because this is something positive that I got going on in my life that's helped me stay on my recovery road.
Yeah, no, you know that's so important, man. Especially when it comes to this because sobriety means so much to those who never had it applied in their life. You know what I mean? And so when they finally get sober, it's best that they stay there because sometimes when people get They don't just do things in moderation. You know what I'm saying? They go big or they go home. And
the one good thing about my recovery is that I am wearing off on my family where they are not as drinking as much as they were.
Right. You're influencing them.
I'm influencing them in the right way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's the right thing to do.
So, and like I said, I have nieces and nephews. I have kids. There's a lot of people who look up to me who need a male positive role model in their lives, and I know I have to be that.
Yeah.
For a lot of people that's in my circle. So
sure.
For me to continue pushing on, I'm doing this for me in order to be there for them.
Right. And it becomes repetitive for you.
Yeah.
Which is easier to demonstrate that by example to the rest of the family. And when they start to see it, it might not be, again, baby steps. It might not be all at once.
Yeah.
But you start to see certain things, you know, like for example, since we've been doing the podcast, and I'm sure you guys see the same thing, you know, and throwing out motivational things out there, you know, you start to see more friends on your page doing the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, it's working, it's helping. You know, so just living that life every day by example, you know, it changes things.
It is the toughest thing you can possibly do, because this, for me, if anybody know me before, that know me now, man, like, this is the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life. Like, even just realizing, like, man, this is the longest, you know, like, it's only 18 months, but I'm 38 years old. This is the longest I've ever been clean.
I was just about to say, how many years straight can you remember?
Yeah, none.
Being sober 100%.
None.
Like that, you know, so and like when I went to Nova, you know, and I got clean, that was the first thing I said. I was like, yo, and I actually went like almost 18 to 2 years, you know what I'm saying? Just being sober, and I was in the gym, and everything was working out. Those weights that were on my shoulder were starting to be pulled down.
Yeah.
You know, I'm making the right contacts, the right connections. And then, like you said, in an instant, and that be gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's very important, you know, to keep leaning on those people that you got in your circle.
Right.
You know, to help you out with that. Because, man, I definitely, been through it a couple different times, and I can't honestly say that, you know, after that one time was the longest that I've went.
So you said we should have accountability partners to help us.
Definitely.
Yeah, it does make it easier.
You know?
Like I said, you know, one of my clients is Mitchell. So he constantly messages me on the daily.
Mm-hmm.
Keep his spirits lifted, keep him moving forward, keeping them positive.
Motivated.
So he know if he even think about using or drinking, he know to call me right away, because he know I got his back, and he know that I'm there for him.
Right.
You know
say no to the yes men.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, like last week, say no to the yes men.
He could call the wrong person. He could call the old drinking buddy, and they were like, "Hey, let's get a bottle together."
Yeah, man, I feel what you're going through. I went through that too, you know. And this is what I did, you know. And next thing you know, and that's one of the biggest things. That's a hard feeling. That's a hard pill to swallow when you know that you've accomplished so much and went that far. I think it hurts. You know, everybody around you can be hurt, but I think it hurts you more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because that one decision, and you just like, man, you know, that's the thing about when you're going through recovery. You know what I mean? When you reach that point where you end up using or something, I think you hurt yourself more. You know, because now you let yourself down, and that's a hard pill to swallow.
Right.
You know, because you can no longer say, I have this amount of time under me once you take it away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I've seen a lot of people go through that. You know, my mother being one of them. You know, now she's over 25 years sober. But I can remember when she was I think she was 5 years clean. And when she was 5 years clean, she ended up going to pick my sister up at a club. Went right off the wagon. You know what I'm saying? Got an argument, fight with my sister, you know, and you know, hearing her talk about that story was like, yo, I had all this time underneath my belt and I threw it all away. You know what I mean? And that was just not having an accountability partner. Somebody to tell her or go with her and say, hey, you know, if somebody would have stepped up and been like, yo, you don't need to go get her, I'll go get her. Might have changed the whole trajectory of that. Yeah. You know, but it didn't. Right. You know, and then I get a call. I think, as a matter of fact, I was living out of town at the time, and I get a call. She like, you better get your mama. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I get on the phone with my mom. I was like, oh, Lord, what happened? You know, and it was hearing my mama back when we was younger. You know, and I was like, nah. And it hurt me, you know, but at the same time, we talked about it so much that it hurt her tremendously, you know. And then she jumped right back on the wagon. And, you know what I mean? 25 years clean. Okay. You know, so I mean, it's a process. Yeah. You don't get it the first time. You know what I'm saying? You might not get it the second time, third time, fourth time. Sure. It's a process. Yeah. Gotta have those right people around you, though.
No doubt about it. Yeah. I mean, there's lots of different ways that people encounter setbacks. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's a work situation. Losing a job can set you back, you know, financially. Being in a relationship with somebody and they don't appreciate you and and they take advantage of you or play you or use you. You know what I'm saying? Like that can set people back mentally and emotionally. You know what I'm saying? Like, or just you had that trauma, and now you can't. Some people take it into the next relationship. You know what I'm saying? And so now they can't move forward and be with somebody who actually genuinely likes them and cares about them because they still harbor past hurt and disappointments. And so instead of trusting and going forward, you or some people are
stepping
like
backwards.
are got the guards up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So setbacks can hinder your future.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you said that, man, because putting your guards up that's a big thing. You know, we put those guards up.
It's good to be guarded and not so guarded that
nobody can get let in to help you.
Right.
Nobody can reach you.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And we've all been there where we try to live private lives and you know what I mean? You don't want anybody in your business. You know what I mean? Take us for example. None of us was on social media like we are now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I have more of a private life. I just didn't want to be out there like that.
Absolutely.
You know, and now I think that a lot of what we talk about is very it's very informative to the community. You know, and it is helping. It's helping people. You know, I'm getting a lot of responses on the things that maybe we should talk about. You know, a lot of comments about, hey, can you talk about this? And I need help with that. You know, and just certain people that never would have reached out to me before. Yeah. Reaching out and being like, hey, man, I just want to talk. Right. What do you think about this? I'm like, well. I don't know right now, but you know what I mean?
You use that voice when you say it? You use that voice when you say it?
What voice was that?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Hey, guys.
What was that?
That was the, you know, how you doing, guys? I mean, I was in here on a job interview. I had a job interview.
That's that red granite voice.
Nah. So I'm in here the other day and I'm talking on the phone and Corey hit me with it. He was like, yo, that was a voice change. Excuse me, sir. Yeah. Yep. Give me 1 minute. I'll talk to you outside.
Yeah. I hear you.
Love it.
What do you think are out here, like things that are out here in the world that are things that are hindering people and preventing them from being able to go forward? You know what I mean? Like there's some obvious things out there. You know, racism is still prevalent. You know what I mean? And you could say social status.
I say fear.
Fear?
Because of social status. I mean, good you said that, because fear. Fear with social status, you know. I deal with a lot of teenagers that are afraid of what they're going to look like or how somebody's going to see them, you know. And the biggest thing that I ever try to tell them is, look, these cats that you are afraid to be a type of way in front of, which is basically your true self. Yeah. You're intelligent. You're smart. You're funny. You know what I mean? Right. But one thing you're not, you know what I mean, is how you're acting. Okay. Because you want to impress the social group. Sure. And I mean, that goes as far as adults, too. Adults go out, you know, and you have dinner. Say you have a social event, you know, where you having dinner with somebody that you kick it with every day or work with every day. And you like, man, that was not you. Like you know what I mean? Like you acted like a whole totally different person at dinner last night. You know what I mean? Because you at the Christmas party. Yeah. You know, and that's where you find out the true colors. I mean, you go to the Christmas party at the job, you gonna find out everybody turning up. Yeah. You know, like, oh man, they out here getting loose. You know,
but like Lucy from the tongue, you know, from accounting.
That's right.
Is extra loose. But I see why they call it Lucy.
You know, it's fear. You know. And I think when you can be your authentic self, when you can be your authentic self, you shed that fear. Yeah. You get rid of that fear. Because if you're going to be who you are all the time, every time, you ain't got no weight on your shoulder. You're not trying to cover up for nothing. Okay. So it's just like, hey, this is who I am. You know, and I don't mean get out there and be belligerent and be like, yo, this is who I am. You're going to accept it. You're going to accept it. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I don't got to accept your disrespect. You know what I mean? Now you're going to find out who I am. Right. You know what I mean? Okay. But yeah, no, that's fear is a big factor.
Who we be?
Let's go.
They don't know who we be. Shout out to DMX.
Yo.
One that kept it real all the time. The dog is gonna bite.
He be who he is. And Sarah gonna love that. He every time I get hyped, can I hear the dog, the DMX dog? I said, dog.
The dogs is loose.
I told him he go hear it at his wedding.
The dogs is
You know what I'm
loose.
saying?
And when we bite, it's dark.
Is that your Milwaukee voice?
That's supposed to be my DMX.
That's supposed to be my DMX.
Straight up.
The dog's gonna bite. The
Right.
dog's gonna bite.
The dog's gonna eat. The dog's gonna bite. The dog's gonna love. The dog's gonna fight.
Let's go.
Straight up.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Setbacks come for everybody. You know what I mean? And really, I think the true measure of inner strength is how you overcome those setbacks. What's going to be the final story?
Yeah.
Did it end in you
Give it up.
not getting the achievement that you wanted, and
Right.
so you became bitter and you decided to go into a whole new field, or
Right.
because you got robbed of this job title or position, are you going to give up? Are you going to keep working hard? Or are you going to find a different job? Or are you going to wait your turn and then grind, and then you're going to get the opportunity that
Right.
you wanted to show and prove? You know what I'm saying? Like, how will you overcome the hardship so that you can
Well, here's
so
the
you can
thing.
have the final story?
Develop that mindset that you're not gonna outwork me.
Yeah.
As long as you telling yourself nobody's gonna outwork you, it doesn't matter what degree they got, what promotion they got, how they taking care of their kids, whatever it is they doing, you not gonna outwork me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you're gonna show up and show out every day, all day, do what you're supposed to do. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And you're gonna be successful.
Uh-huh.
There's no way to fail. You know what I mean? And you're going to take a lot of that weight off your shoulders because you know you're doing the right thing the best you can all the time.
Man, yo, I don't want to work hard.
It was deep.
You know what? I want to get some people to work with me.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm trying to get some old people to work. We working together. Now I ain't got to work as hard. I'm working smarter, not harder. And now you working, you put in the work, I put in the work,
That's
you
right.
put in
And
the
we
work.
growing
Next thing
together.
you know, it's work in.
It's working.
Okay.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Work. I said, is that how I go?
No, not at all.
Don't worry about it, man.
Get the cadence.
We can end that note with the
Chime
the-
in,
you know,
man.
I'm trying to put my kids through college,
Yeah.
not yours.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Real talk, real
I heard
chat.
that.
You know, I'm trying to put my babies through college. I'm trying to see my babies be successful.
Yeah.
And one thing that I'm going to hinder that by doing is giving up.
Okay.
Giving up. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? If I give up, I'm giving up on them.
Ain't no give up.
You know what I mean? Ain't no quitting.
I don't know what that means.
Win, 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 win.
What language is that?
That's right.
Ain't no quit.
So, you know, my brother, I know you got a lot on your plate tonight. You know
I
what
got
I'm
a
saying?
busy
Good
one.
dinner to get to. You know what I'm saying? So
We got the bishop in town. Bishop came
Yeah.
through all the way from Ohio. Shout out to Bishop Lynn. We gonna be ordaining another elder in the church.
on fire. That's
We baptizing. We got multiple candidates for baptism.
dunking
Okay,
again.
the baptismal has been filled up.
Woo.
There's gonna be some food. I heard we got some barbecue ribs
I mean,
and some brats
got some
and some
things.
macaroni and cheese.
It's gonna be
I hope
good.
somebody brings some greens. I want some collard greens.
Who on the grill?
We got a couple different people on the grill.
Oh, they not going
because
to outwork
we got
them.
so many barbecue slabs of ribs. We had to get multiple grill workers.
Bro, we got 9 slabs at my crib right
They got 9
now.
slabs just as they crib.
Let's go.
I think it's like another 9 over there at Latour's and Antonio's. You know what I'm
Tell
saying?
y'all go see this episode on Monday. I wish it was live because I would definitely tell you if you want
Right,
to
no,
check
we
it out.
might need to do
You know,
another video
we might
of us
need to do
eating
it.
the barbecue
You know what I'm
ribs
saying?
and then implementing that on
That's
the
right.
episode. You know what I'm saying? Grizzle, you know what I'm saying?
Grizzle with the grill.
Grizzle on you while you eating.
So for future reference, you know what I mean? Come on down to Hope Community Church.
Yes.
You know what I mean? South 11th.
2916 South 11th Street.
And there you go.
Service is 10 o'clock on Sundays.
That's right. Come on
Come on,
through.
praise the Lord.
Next time they got the slabs, you'll be
You
there.
get you some.
That's right.
Yo, this has been another great episode of the Real Chat Podcast.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm Michael Thomas,
Justin Jackson.
and we out. There you go.
Adapt.
Dropped a little game
Adapt.
for
You
him.
know what I'm saying?
Right. Let me call my
Do a
wife.
shout out.